Hi guys, spring is springing and it's time to trim back some things in the garden. I was just about ready to, that is, and Jim just called, so I'm gonna go help him with the colts. Let's go see what's going on.
Just hold them so they're not separated. Ha, little bit. Ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. I capped out. Come on, guys. Come on.
Take the drill. Whoops. I think Belle was a little scared of the water.
Hi, guys. Careful. We are working on a very wet morning here. We had a lot of rain last night. Well guys, at this point in our video, our audio stopped. For some reason the audio wasn't working. So anyways, we have no audio for a little while. So I'm going to try to talk over and explain what I talked about when we were making this video. But since our audio doesn't work, nothing is coming out. So I've got to do it all over again. Anyways, we have the fillies out with us today, and we decided to give them a little bit of driving time, I guess you could say, around the field. It's very wet and very windy today, so our audio would have been hard to hear us anyways. So we're going around the field, and I'll try to explain a few things about what we're doing and what's going on the farm. But before we get too far in this video, we've been trying to lead the fillies around a little bit more often, and here's a clip even of yesterday. So here we have Belle up on our porch, and you might be wondering, why in the world do I do this? Well, I like to do this because it just puts that trust between her and me, and if she can trust me to follow me up these stairs and turn around on this porch, it's just a really good learning experience for her. She has done this very little. Libby has done this quite a bit more often than she has, so she is doing really well. This exercise that I use these fillies here are also a very good exercise. It teaches them to walk, and if for some reason they don't walk, the horses will pull them, and they obviously will have to start walking. But it's just a really good way to get a lot of exercise out of them and a lot of training, and be working the driving horses at the same time. Off to our left, you can see a little bit of plowing done. I started yesterday with my new plow, and I'd had some problems with it, problems getting it to scour properly because it's new paint on the moldboard, and that always takes a little while to get that cleaned up. But it's starting to get better, or it was, and I tried it in the corn ground without my coulter. I've heard people say that works better that way, but I tried it that way and it worked okay, but I prefer the coulter, so I put it back on last night, but I never get back out to try it. Now it's just way too wet to try it right now, so I'll have to wait for a little bit drier weather. When we get up here a little bit closer, I want to show you a little bit more and talk a little bit about our tiling that we had done in the fields and how beneficial it's been for us. Before I talk about the tiling, people have asked, what is this mark on the back side of these horses? As you can see on Duke's hind end, right above this britchin, there's a mark across there. So that is just wear marks, and I personally feel that if I'm working my horses during the wintertime and not seeing these marks, I'm not working my horses too hard. This is just something that happens every single winter because of the longer winter hair. During the summertime, we don't have those marks, but during the wintertime we do. And yes, it can get to the point where it actually is hurting them, but I make sure that does not happen. So here we are coming to the tile inlets. So this is water that is coming partially out of the woods, and it goes down through the field. I have two main lines right here. And this main line right here, as you can see, the water, well, off to the ditch there is coming into it, but also from the woods there's a tremendous stream coming into both of these tiles. Now, when I had just the one main line, the water would just run right off. It would not take it, and it would run right across the field and down through the field and make a big mess. So that's why last fall I was able to get the second main line down through to be able to handle all of this water. These are two 6-inch main lines. From there, you have 4-inch lines that go into that. So now it works really, really good. I'm so happy with it. So it's kind of crooked where, okay, get back to where we're looking at here. It's kind of crooked, it looks like, where I'm plowing. So I'm just kind of plowing the way that they put the main line in. The main line is off to the right. And that is what I'm trying to cover up, and that will be seeded down when I seed the corn down here in a few more weeks. So this is what I'm doing here. I believe I was trying to explain a lot more when the video was going, and I thought the audio was working, but obviously it's not working now, and I kind of forgot what else I had to say. That being the case, let's go back to yesterday. Brenda did a few things on the farm that we would like to show you.
Well, it's the morning after Jim dragged the barnyard, and it did rain a lot last night. And as wet as it looks, it's not that bad compared to years before. Jim was thinking about plowing this morning, but now with all this rain, not sure what he's gonna do. He's out walking the fence because we had a heifer or a cow escape that was inside. Well, yesterday was butcher day, and he got them outside for the process, but one of them, not one that he was going to have butchered, but one of them escaped and jumped through the fence and was on the loose for a little while, and then got in with the other ones. But he knows the fence was probably compromised somewhere, so he's out checking the fence. They can see him out there. It's just a quiet morning this morning. Normally we just take the halters off and let the fillies out, and then they come over here and drink. But since Jim's still fixing the fence, he said don't let them out yet. So I just put a lead rope on Liberty to bring her out for a drink. Come on, you gotta come in, back in. Back in, back in. Come on. Well, cell phones sure are handy. Jim just called me back and said, plug the fencer back in and I can let the fillies out to drink. And Belle hasn't drank yet, but we have been putting a bucket in front of them at night. And as you can see, well, sometimes they mess with it, but I think they drank most of it and they're a lot less thirsty in the morning. But I will let Belle out to go out to pasture. Jim has the skid steer all positioned and ready for me to clean the pig pen. I hate to even show it, it's such a mess in here. They make it a mess so fast. But this is my job this morning, to clean this out. Well, the pig pen is nearly cleaned out. Every utensil that comes in here is of incredibly great interest to them. They're always putting their mouth around the shovel. And Jim helped me out by throwing in a few ears of corn because they were getting a little overbearing. And they loved having the variety. They like their ground up corn, but having something different was just of great delight to them. And now the corn is almost gone, and so they are, you know, bothering me. You just have to keep in constant motion. They're really super cute. So far, they haven't even stepped on me, but they will bite if you don't. Just like, not to hurt you, but, well, it would hurt, but not with that intention. Anyways, it's nice to get this cleaned out. It's always quite a job. Forgot to pick up the pitchfork. This is the fun part. Love to watch them play in the hay when you put hay in here. Frolic. Whoa! Downside of cleaning out the pig pen is Skippy. Covered with pig slop because he puts his head under the gate. Drives me crazy. I'm full for puddles to clean off my boots this morning. Well, you might see that the chicks are in a different container. They're in the greenhouse under the shelves, but they're in a watering tub, a big watering tub that we have. It gives them a little more room. They were starting to get so they could jump out of the box. Unfortunately, a couple days after we got the chicks, we did lose one. I have no idea why. It just went in there and it was dead. But the other ones seem to be thriving and surviving well and growing. And they're a lot of fun to have. They're growing. They like their new pen.
So I showed you two of the inlets. Now let's go to my tile draining from several years ago, and I will show you the outlet of this. So this is where the water comes out of the field from our original first tiling that we did, and it goes into this ditch. And as you can see, there's a lot of motion with the water, and that's because that pipe right there is almost half full of water coming out into this ditch, and the ditch actually has trouble taking all that water away fast enough. back, girls. Come on, girls. Come on, girls.
Whoa, no, 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 no. She's going on 2 legs. Are you gonna let her do that?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
James.
Relax.
Look at this. Oh, she's getting her foot caught in that. Oh, goodness. Okay. You did that on purpose.
Of course it did, so we could get her off.
I know, but if you just stopped, you could get her off. You guys gave me a heart attack. You're gonna have your hands full. I thought I'd come out and say hi to Lady and Bill this afternoon on this windy day. They lucked out and didn't have to work this afternoon. And the grass in the lawn is turning a little green. They don't have any in their pasture, but I thought I'd give them a little taste of green grass. We barely have any. Come here, lady. Come here, lady. Bill, are you being the boss? Yep, you're being the boss. He's been enjoying the mud. And for the first time this afternoon, as I'm over here across the road, I can hear the spring peepers. Look at this dirty boy. Oh my goodness, Bill. Look at you. He wants more grass. Soon it will be coming. Well, it's afternoon. Jim's on his 4th load of manure, and he has Earl and Baron this afternoon. It's kind of a tight turnaround here. Can they make it? And they did make it. They didn't want to step on the pole. Thanks for joining us on these soggy, windy days. We hope that you enjoyed a little snapshot of what's going on in our part of the world. Take care and have a blessed day.